and that's not a bad place to start.
How tough is it, though, for you as a GM, because, I mean, you almost went through 2 different seasons here where things just seemed to be, nothing went right, and then the other where play was good and the breaks were going your way. How tough was it to grade and evaluate what you need?
Well, I think you are what you are. We did have some things go the wrong way for us, but we didn't meet the challenge, and that just means we weren't good enough, we weren't deep enough. So there's lots to evaluate. We're still in the process of evaluation and what we need to do, but I think, again, defense is going to be a strong part of our team. We need to get the goaltending straightened out, and then we have to find a way to score more goals. We seem to score more goals at the end, so that was a positive for us.
With the way that you've built this defense, it looks a little stacked right now. It almost looks like you guys are taking the Nashville approach of build out. Am I right about that, or is it just that's how the pieces fell because that's who you could get?
A little bit of both. I mean, everybody knows you need to have a strong back end to win, and we've tried to do that slowly here. We've drafted some, people like Moore and Savard, who we think are going to be really good NHL players. Dalton Prout, who we saw here at the end of the year and acquitted himself very well. So we've tried to put an emphasis on that, but defensemen usually take a little longer to develop, and obviously delighted we got Jack Johnson in the deal. I think he's a legitimate top pairing defenseman in the NHL and has added a great deal to our hockey team and a great deal to our defense. So I think it's a great place to start, like I said, and it really, if you look at the teams that are probably going to be playing in a couple months in the finals, they're going to have good defense.
Any off-season surgeries for you guys?
No, not yet. I think everybody was there were only 3 players that weren't cleared last night that are still dealing with some lingering injuries. So I think we're pretty clear there.
Sanford and who would be the other 2? Derek was cleared, was he not?
Derek
McKenzie.
Derek McKenzie was cleared. Dekanich was not cleared.
So 2 goalies.
Usilius was not cleared. And York, I'm not sure. I'm not. I'd have to check on those. But there were only 3 players, and none of them required surgery.
Who's heading on Springfield?
Cam's going. Max Miroff is obviously going, and Dalton Prout is going. Ryan Russell is going, and then we'll see how Johnny Moore does with his injury, and then we'll see how it goes. There's some possibilities. They're in a fight for the playoff vibes right now. They have to win every game, and they play against Eddie. So hopefully things fall right. They have 2 games next weekend, and we can get players down there to help them.
At what point are you in the process of formulating your off-season plan? I mean, I see these reports about what you're going to do with the top draft pick, but reality tells me that you're not that far along in the decision-making where you would know yet.
Yeah, it's way too premature to know anything about that. We haven't decided on anything yet. We have the under-18 tournament, the huge tournament for draft eligible players. That starts this week. We'll be covering that extensively. I'm going over later next week to cover that. Then we have our amateur meeting in the beginning of May, and then we have the combine. And so there's so much work to be done here in terms of what the decision will be. And then we'll consider what our options are. But we've got to get the players in the right order before we even think about what we're going to do with the pick.
There are some interesting names that are going to be restricted free agents. Obviously, one of them is Nikita Nikitin, who many said had one of the quietest 30-point seasons of a defenseman this season. Derek Dorsett, Jared Bowl. What are you looking at as you start approaching July 1st with those players?
Well, we're going to try and sign all 3 of those guys before July 1st, and all 3 of them have arbitration rights. So I don't anticipate any problem in getting a deal done in terms of making sure they're under contract. We might look at doing multi-year deals with 1 or 2 of them. We'll have to cross that bridge when we get there and see what they want to do too.
What about McKenzie? Does he still fit in your plans?
Yeah, we're going to talk to Derek's representative here over the next couple weeks, probably month, and we'll see if there's a fit there. But yeah, there's some I think there's some mutual interest there.
Yeah, I would say more than mutual interest, the way he was talking before we left. Do you have anything else before we
Yeah.
get his no comment?
Just obviously, this was a season where a lot of fans had a lot of frustration. I know you got the brunt of that, and you were brave enough to stand up there for several firing squads of season ticket holders and fans in general. What do you see when you look at the fan base and going into this offseason?
Well, our fans are extremely loyal. They're extremely passionate, and we're just going to really move this thing forward. There's a heightened sense of urgency because of their loyalty, and we want to move forward and make sure that we give them a team that they can be proud of, and that's our whole focus and our whole goal.
Where are you with, there's nothing else you,
One other just semi-serious one. Have you and Craig talked a lot about what the offseason's going to hold with the interim coaching situation, that sort of thing going forward?
Yeah, we're gonna review that over the next couple of weeks, and Todd Richards has done an outstanding job here in difficult circumstances, and he certainly will be a serious candidate in anything that we do. So that'll take 2 or 3 weeks for us.
Fire away.
Where are you guys with Rick Nash? Is it possible that he'll be back?
Yeah, I don't know yet.